Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Sean Gold, coming back with a second video of the day. Hope all is well with y'all. Hope you're having a great day. If not, hope the rest of your day get better. But I got another message for y'all, so I'm gonna get into it. So this second one is gonna be called "You Don't Know Me and I Don't Know You." You don't know me and I don't know you. So what I mean by that is saying that, it's very easy, especially in today's society of social media, to judge others, to assume, and of course we have the thing called prejudice, which is basically prejudging somebody. So you could prejudge somebody from the way they look, the way they dress, maybe the way they talking. You might not like the way they're speaking, the certain language they're using, maybe the background they came from. It could be a two-parent household background, so you think that the person is just spoiled or something, or it could be somebody struggling in a poverty situation and you just think that they don't have a certain level of IQ or a certain level of maturity, respect, or just a type of hospitality of teaching where they know how to conduct themselves in public. So it's very easy to do those things, and like I said, especially in today's society on social media. Even when you watching people, I notice this too. I don't know if y'all notice it, but I feel like we prejudge even more when we watching people on timelines, and we watching people, we scrolling and we see people doing their stuff or putting a picture up or talking in a video. I feel like we do that even more. I think that's why it's a lot of online bullying, a lot of online self-hatred, and you see a lot of people committing suicide too from being bullied online. I just realized that the other day. Like, I think it's even more hatred even when you see them online. I don't know why. I gotta look into that more, but I just started noticing that. When I'm out in public, I don't really, I might see somebody or something, they wearing something, but I don't judge them like that. Like, if they come talk to me, I'm gonna talk to them. But for some reason, when it's like online, I guess it's because we don't know the person, and because it's easier to create a character online, I think we're more mindful and observant of that. So I think the judgment comes even stronger, even more online. I think it's because of that. Thank you, God. So I think that could be possibly what it is, that in person you could kind of tell more because you can feel the person's energy, you can see them, you could kind of better have better discernment, versus you see a person online, you don't really know who they are, or if they're playing a character, or if this is really them. So it's easy to just judge them looking at a picture or something they're doing. So it's easy to do that. But the lesson I'm trying to teach was this about you don't know me and I don't know you. A lot of times, sometimes when we prejudging people, sometimes we be wrong. Don't get me wrong, there's a thing that we have, intuition and discernment, where we'll get an alarm going off inside of us if we feel like something's not matching with somebody's energy, and that's not a problem. But a lot of times, people, when we prejudging somebody off of what they're wearing, or what they're listening to, or what they're saying, or the background they come from, a lot of times we are wrong. And a lot of people actually don't know you. They thought they know you. Even people that might have knew you for years, they might have just knew you doing a certain thing, or knew you or hung around you just for a certain aspect of you, but they didn't know the real you. And when the real you started coming out later, people were shocked because they was like, they didn't know the side of you. And that's what I mean by we prejudge people, and we put people in a box too many times, and we don't give each other the room. Not only we don't give each other the room to grow, but we don't give each other the room to learn each other, to actually give each other the space and the floor to speak and get to know different sides of people. So like I said, you can see somebody outside they might be wearing something short, revealing. You might think like, oh, they skanky or this and that. It's easy to judge them like that, but you don't know if you go have a conversation with them, they're very intelligent. They know how to carry themselves. They actually aren't promiscuous, they just like to dress like that. But you would assume, because of the way they dress, that they're this type of person in the box, because we get taught that that's what people do that's dressed like that, that's provocative, and that's not always true. You might see somebody using foul language that you don't like. You might think like, oh, they got a potty mouth, they come from this background, they ain't got no home training. But if you really get to talk to that person, you might find out that person is intelligent. That person was raised right. They was in a two-parent household. They might have a degree. They might be doing different things. They might got their own business, successful business. But we so much are putting people in a box that they gotta look like this, talk like this, do this, and if they don't, they're a bad person or they not righteous. And everybody is not gonna be that picture perfect, cookie cutter image that we want, because the world ain't perfect. Thank you. The world's not perfect, so why would we expect there to be perfect people? This world isn't perfect. So if a world ain't perfect, perfect people don't exist. That doesn't mean that people aren't righteous, but that means that perfect people don't exist. So when I say perfect, I mean like that image that we always looking for. Like, I gotta look like this, she gotta talk like this, he gotta talk like that, he gotta walk like. Everybody's different. Everybody got a different background and the way they was brought up and had different things happen to them in life. So that affects people too. Why sometimes they might come off hardcore, sometimes they might come off welcoming and so things happen. We went through trauma, went through hurt, pains, trials, and tribulations. So that shapes us too. So yeah, we molded into a certain aspect of us that's in our DNA, but our traumas and trials and tribulations and hurts and pains that happen to us shape us as well. And a lot of times it's a protective system. We have body armors on to protect ourselves when we get hurt or we go through traumatic things. So sometimes that personality, that person may come off strong and you thinking like, oh, they're arrogant and stuff like that, but you don't understand that they always had the door slammed in their face. People was always telling them no. People was always telling them that they couldn't do anything or they was never going to amount to nothing. So when you see them going hard or they believing in themselves, it might come off arrogant and cocky to you, but you don't understand that person's walk of life, of the trials and tribulations that they had to go through, or why they have to put that armor on to do that. But if you go talk to them and sit down, you'll go understand that they just like you. If you go talk to that woman that's dressed like that, you understand she's just like you. If you go talk to that person that you think got a foul mouth and come from a no home training situation, if you go talk to them, you'll understand they just like you. They just went through some things. And everybody, and I had to learn things like that when I was younger, because I carry myself in a certain way, and people assume that they assume because I had two parents, or the way I carry myself, they think like that I was better than people, I was bougie, or I was spoiled. So a lot of people thought that I didn't know how to take care of myself, or I didn't know how to live life because my parents were in my life so much doing for me. But when everything happened to my parents last year, my mom's went to the hospital, my pops went to the hospital, she passed, and taking care of him, a lot of people, family, friends that knew me for years, they thought it was over for me. When my moms went to the hospital and that happened to my father, they thought I was going to lose my mind. They didn't think that I was going to be able to handle it. They didn't think that I was going to be able to survive or even be mentally in be mentally in the right place. So I shocked a lot of people because that's what I mean. They prejudged me because of my background or because of how I carry myself. So they took that as when you think somebody's spoiled and you think somebody had everything laid out to them, you assume that they can't do anything in life or they can't take care of themselves. And they didn't know that I was always a hard worker. I was always dedicated. I had mad go-getter mentality. They just didn't see that side of me. So now that it's coming out with me doing videos and doing different things, and going, because that's one lesson I learned when I lost my moms and everything happened to my pops, was that nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow's not promised. I was literally talking to my moms that day she went into cardiac arrest. I didn't get to see her. I just woke up early because I was going to wake up. She had to go to court. I woke up like, oh, Ma, you up? She was like, yeah. I woke back in the room and to sleep. That's the last time I heard her voice. I didn't get to see her. But that's what I mean by showing me that nothing is promised. Like, you can literally talk to somebody like that, and the next hour, boom. My pops go into the hospital same time as them. Then now I got to take care of him and everything and make sure he's good and get him to appointments. These things made me start looking at life in a different aspect and really going at life in a different aspect. Because, yeah, I was doing things and stuff like that, but I also was still worried about what people was going to say, what people were going to do. If I was doing something that they didn't agree with, and that was holding me back. And that was also affecting me too with my confidence, because I'm worried about what somebody else is going to say or what they're going to do if I'm walking in my truth or my purpose. And I'm wondering if they're going to be cool with me anymore, if they're going to disagree with me, or just all those different things. My bad, the bugs out here. all those different things, and I'm worried about all these things, and that holds you back, and it holds you back a lot, and it keeps you from walking in your purpose and doing what you need to do. So when that happened to my parents, I learned, like, yo, nothing is promised tomorrow. You gotta go after you gotta go after what you want and what's on your purpose and your destiny, because what's waiting for you on the other side is something so beautiful and precious that you couldn't even imagine. Like, we pray, we ask for the blessings, and we daydream and imagine the life we want to live, and that's in our head, but we also have to bring that thought down from the ethers of the spiritual realm and make it into fruition in this realm. So the things already happened up there. We already got it made. We just got to bring it down in this realm, in the physical realm, and make it happen. And making it happen is, like I said, getting out your head, getting out your own way. And also learning how to not prejudge people, because the person that you prejudging, that could be the person that's going to change your life. So that's another thing that taught me in life, because we so caught up in racism, prejudging, don't mess with this group or this color, this and the third, and we don't realize that we all are the same and we all come from different walks of life. But I guarantee if we talk to each other, there's going to be so many things we could relate to each other with, and that holds us back too, of connecting with people that's going to change our life. So that had to change my thinking. That's why I named the video, You Don't Know Me and I Don't Know You. But I guarantee if we get to know each other, there's going to be something that we could relate on. There's going to be something that I could connect for you, and there's going to be something that they could connect with me that's going to change my life forever. I had plenty situations like that where people that didn't look like me, wasn't my age, wasn't the same color as me, wasn't from the same background, but when we talked, we connected on so much, and they connected and helped me in different things that I wouldn't even think that they would help me with, because we so used to putting everybody in a box. They got to be from this place, they got to be from that place, they got to talk like this, they got to look like that. If not, then they're not an ally. And those are lies that we got to unwind and get out of our mind and our system. I'm not saying to not be cautious and have discernment, but we also blocking ourselves. Like I said, the people that you prejudging because they don't dress like you, they don't talk like you, they don't walk like you, or come from the same background, you don't realize that those people are going to be the people that's going to be in your corner, that's going to defend you, that's going to help you and have your back. Because while we looking at them as an enemy, the people that we know and stuff that look like us, or I'm not just talking about color, but I'm talking about like that come from the same background as us, or family, those a lot of times be the people that stab you in the back, that don't support you, that don't understand you or even want to understand you. So we gotta also start falling for that okie doke and open our minds. So I'm not saying that everybody family does that, every friend does that, but those sometimes are the main people that do that. And because we so focused on looking at the outside or prejudging people because of the way they look or something they saying or what they listening to, putting them in a box, and we don't understand that that's going to be the same person that's going to help you on your journey and help change your life. Could be your soulmate. Like, it's that deep. We so looking at color and all that stuff. You don't know that person that don't come from the background. That could be your soulmate. That could be your best friend for 30, 40 years to the end you die. It could be so many things. But when we prejudging and we not trying to learn each other or understand each other or talk to get to know people past the prejudging or the prejudice, we miss those opportunities. So we got to keep that in mind so we don't miss out on the people that don't come from the same background as us, don't look like us, because those could be the same people that's going to change your life. And that could be the same person that could be your next wife, could be your next husband, could be your next best man, your best friend for the rest of your life, your business partner, manager, whatever. The godmother of your child, the godfather of your child. So we gotta keep that in mind so we don't miss those opportunities as well, and make sure that we're not prejudging nobody, because we don't want nobody prejudging us. So we gotta keep that in mind too. If we don't want it being done to us because of the way we look or things we talk about, it's not good to do it to other people as well. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all always. Keep doing your thing. Stay goal-oriented. Stay focused. And like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard. Sometimes you can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we could do sometimes is crawl to that destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we gotta make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love y'all always. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate the support, and I'm gonna see y'all in the third video. Peace.